Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is my first Devas of Creation YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about the side quests, maybe some one-time quests that are around the map that you may not know of. These can be really helpful in certain situations when you have to grind mobs for levels or you have to catch up. I do highly recommend that you do not just run through main story quest line. If you just sit there and you're slamming main story quest, that is definitely the wrong way to go. I have to do a voiceover over the live stream. We did actually record this during a live stream, and I do go live mostly pretty much every day at GG Crescent on both Twitch and on YouTube. But you know, the audio and the video desynced, so I'm gonna do a live voiceover while watching the video that we already created to just touch up on the topics. But yeah, so basically you just don't want to rush main story quests. It's the worst thing you can do. A lot of the video guides that are coming out now will show you guys mobs per level and per area. So that's very good to learn, as well as combine them with some side quests, right? So we will be going over a lot of these side quests and a lot of these questing locations where you can get these quests. The very first one here that you will encounter a repeatable quest is in the city. So you can do this pretty much the first time you escort the dude on the horse into the city. Here, it's Grandar. And it's just an escort quest. You walk around with him and around the city, out to the... you're going to go out the front gate into the little village out there. Over here, we're going to have two NPCs that give you one-time quests. It's going to be Tom and John here. These are also escort quests. You just walk around the city with these guys. And I think John here, this one I'm about to do, has a little bit more steps, but they do give some pretty decent experience. So, you know, I recommend figuring out kind of when you want these kind of bigger boosts of experience, like 2,500, and I think Tom maybe it was like 1K or something. It's pretty significant experience early game, so make sure you are, you know, taking advantage of these experience gains when you can. And so, like, pretty much this 2x mode, you're just gonna skip through, and I'm just showing this one because it did have some extra steps. At the time of recording this, I did end up finding more kind of quests, but it's past 40. And there are some other videos coming out from other content creators who are making the videos about the flying mounts and the pets and stuff like that. So you guys should be seeing some other videos past 40, but I will make some YouTube shorts highlighting those new quests and where they're at. And I'm also thinking about doing making like a little map of the entire map. So like I pull it up, this entire map, but where all the little resources are all over the map, so you guys can kind of pinpoint where hyper little sections are of abundance of a certain resource. Let me know if you'd be interested in that down below. So we're still just doing the quest for that John gave us. It's pretty long. After you escort him around the city, he's gonna have you go up for a box up on this little hill, and this is where you will find the next repeatable quest, though. It's a 250 delivery experience, and you just deliver the box back to the town and come back. Now, if you have a mount, or like if you buy a mount immediately, this could be a really good repeatable quest, super easy to grind. But at the same time, if you have a mount early game, some of these repeatable quests won't be worth your time, because like early game you could just sit at the wolves in front of that camp from 1 to 8 and then go grind venom rats after that, and you could just fly through. You could skip a lot of these quests and then fly through main story quests later. So that's something I would recommend as well. But we're turning this into John. We come back, we pick up this quest with the box that I was talking about, and we just fly through it, you know what I'm saying? So we just deliver it to the tool seller, which is on the same pathway. So you come into the city, right? You have your crafting, your storage, your faction shop, your cooking shop, and then straight into the tool section. So very simple there, and I run back on my mount. Like I said, I am doing this live voiceover over a video that was desynced and audio was all messed up, so we are watching this over again. So I will speed it up. I do want to mention here there was a quest. I do recommend when you get to the main story quest, right? they're to kill these Brotherhood assassins. They're like level 7. Pick up this side quest. It's a one-time quest. You have to kill, I think, like maybe the same amount or 10. Spend your extra time, pick up this one-time quest, and kill this assassins together with the main story quest when you get here. It's a nice boost in experience. Why not do it, right? So one-time quest right there as well when you're going to kill these Brotherhood assassin guys. Very easy, very simple to do. You're already killing them for the main story. You might as well do it with the side quest as well. Here's another first one-time quest, the Venom Rats. This is also a really good area to grind for experience. All these Venom Rats have really fast respawns. So you will talk to this guy next to the hay bales, grab the Venom Rats quest to kill them. And plus the main story quest kind of brings you over to this area anyways. So this is a good grinding spot right here for these Venom Rats. Obviously, if you have them out, the game is super easy to grind, to mob everything up, pop an ability like this, and they all just die. Okay, so and you'll kind of these mobs do spawn very quickly. As you can see, they're all back immediately. So and I'm getting jumped. But I do recommend staying at Venom Rats. You know, you can even push a Venom Rats 11 to 18. You could do that. Down here we have some repeatable quests. So this mob, Lyora, I don't know. Anyways, she gives 2 different quests. She gives a repeatable quest, and she gives a quest that gives one for the scarabs too. So not only does she have a quest, a one-time quest that ties in with the main story quest, she also gives a repeatable quest that will also tie in with the main story quest later on too. So very strong. The forest imps and scarabs, or in forest imps and pythons, ties in with the main story, and the scarabs, her one-time scarab quest ties in with the main story as well. So, and let me go back for a second. This guy also will give you a one-time quest to kill the lizardmen soldiers and scarabs as well. So I recommend first picking up Leoria's scarab quest when you're on the scarab main story quest, right? Make sure you keep that in mind. When you get to the main story quest that has you killing scarabs and lizardmen, pick up the scarab quest from Leora. Then come back after you complete that quest, then pick up Lorenzo's one-time quest for lizardmen and scarabs. And then you kind of do all 3 quests at the same time. You might complete your main story quest first, but you want to make sure you get all 3 of these done at the same time in this area, because it's a really good spot to kind of buff you up for the next zone. And there's a lot of good materials in the area too for this spot, so you kind of do want to spend some time here. And then I kind of just run back to Leoria here soon and show you guys where the pythons and the forest imps are. So I did notice a spelling error here too when we were watching this back. So you talk to her about the repeatable quest for forest werewolves and pythons. It's supposed to be forest imps and pythons, but like I think when we first read it, so let's go back to when we first read it. Wait. So when we first come here and we click on the repeatable quest. Oh no, we didn't. Never mind. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. We come back and we click on the repeatable quest. Look, wait. Yeah, you guys saw that, right? Look. So you click on the repeatable quest first. The text tells you forest werewolves and pythons. But then you say, I'll hunt the forest werewolves and pythons. And then it has you kill forest imps and pythons, which is actually correct. You are hunting forest imps. Forest werewolves are level 26. And this mob's not even near them. I mean, she kind of is, but there's no forest werewolves in this area. So I thought that was interesting. A little mistype there on a quest giver. So I did find that was pretty interesting. And then I ended up eventually running towards them. Sorry, that's right. I did forget to get back forth to where we were in my live stream. All right, so if you get the quest for the forest imps and stuff, you're gonna run back past the venom rats, and you're gonna go up this path. I'll kind of show it on the mini map here. And there's just a one path straight away right here. As you can see, I'm running down over top of Florian, this little straightaway here, and there's gonna be pythons and forest imps all throughout this whole straightaway. Okay, so that's where you're gonna want to go for that quest, and you will also be brought here for a main story quest too. Okay, so this little spot right here, Once you are finished with the pythons, the forest imps, and all that lizardmen, soldiers, and scarabs area, you're going to start coming to Elderwoods. Now, Elderwoods has a little trio mob here. Not only do you have a one-time quest, Bear Expedition, so when you're killing bears on the main story quest, you can do this, but you can also join this little guardian clan for 2 more repeatable quests, which I'll kind of show on screen. So this one, Lyra, she will give you your tier 1 repeatable quest, and then Thorn will give you a tier 2 repeatable quest, and then they give like little chest boxes and stuff too. This is a good little trio of quests. There's 2 repeatables and one time. I do recommend looking into that for experience gains. Also here in Elderwoods camp, you will have a mob that is a one-time quest right here, Ingrid. She will give you a forest werewolves quest as well. So make sure you pick up this quest when hunting forest werewolves. Okay. We also have this is a great area. You're gonna spend a lot of time here. You also have Zoran, which is you'll meet Zoran through the main story quest, which I'm heading to now. He's at the little purple house on the minimap. He has 2 I think it's 1 repeatable quest for mounts, or maybe 2, 1 for pets and mounts. And he also has a normal you interact with Zoran a lot. So as you see here, yeah, he has 2 repeatable quests here. So not only does he have the mount, Path of the Rider, which is the quest to potentially get a mount. So you want to do that quest as many times as you can while you're here, if you're not going to spend money on Robux on the mount, right? You want to be spamming this repeatable quest while the entire time you're in this area. The faster you can get a mount, the better you're going to have a miles better of a time in this game. Okay, so I recommend doing this. You do get a free pet during your questing in the main story, so you can do, but it is for magic damage. So I do recommend, if you want a better pet, you do the pet quest too. But also 3%. Okay, so Bunny is the free pet you get automatically through the questing, and that is a magic damage pet. But I can't let you tell you guys now, when you have a mount and during leveling and you're just gathering, you're not going to be summoning your pet. Okay, so but you will always have a pet out if you don't have a mount. Well, pets take 30% of your experience away, so keep that in mind. If you're really strictly trying to level up, don't have a pet out at all. Okay, like I'm gonna probably be leveling all my pets to max and my mounts to max. My sea turtle mount for swimming speed when I'm 50 plus and I hit my soft cap, where the experience goes down, or well, it takes way longer to level. As you can see, getting some followers while we're streaming and filming a video, pretty good. I am showing a good grind spot for the werewolves here on the map. Let me go back a little bit so I can highlight this. Okay, there's this section. Let me pause it as soon as I open my mini map. Okay, this section right here, guys, right here is a werewolf hyper spawn. Okay, or not hyper spawn. There's a really good path and rotation. And if you've watched any other video about grinding spots, you will know that this is the same spot where people do rotations for werewolves. Okay, werewolves are also the way on how you get the stone of priority, or whatever it's called, the little blue mat. Everyone asks, how do you get a stone of priority? How do you get a stone of priority? Werewolves are the first mob that will drop the stone of priority, and then pretty much every mob that's past level 26 and 27 and 28 will drop stone of priority. You will have buttloads by the time you reach 50, I promise you. Okay, so but yeah, I got hit off my mount, so I didn't get to showcase the werewolf spot. But as you can see, I'm just kind of getting clapped up by these werewolves. But regardless, you group them up, you do little rotations, pretty fun. And all right, but we skip past that. There's whole guides for that, so I didn't want to spend too much time in that. Alrighty. Now, you will get to another repeatable quest in the Ogre stronghold area. So obviously, if you guys know that there's a really hard quest in the main story called Brotherhood of the Ogre Bandit, or I don't know, it's the Brotherhood Ogre dudes. This is a little bit past that. This is right before the big Ogre stronghold. And this will have you kill the warriors and shamans. So you will do this before some of these other repeatables that I show you. But at the same time, the Ogre warriors and the Ogre shamans, this is where the repeatable quest is, by the way, on the minimap, my little red marker right here. Okay, but the ogres and the shamans are really easy to kill. They don't have too many mechanics. The Brotherhood Ogre guys right before the Stronghold are actually harder. But they are 33 and 35. And if you're kind of grinding to get stronger for Karnak, killing Karnak, this would be a good repeatable quest to do. But it's not the most experience efficient because the mobs are as dense as others, but they are weaker than other repeatable quests you can do. Okay. So there's also very good materials in the area. So you can spend some time here farming. Okay. And I'm just showcasing a little bit of killing these ogres and stuff. All right. So now we're going to go to the next repeatable quest. And there is a warp stone over here on this beach, okay? And that's how you get to this far side of the map. And this is also where you would warp stone to in order to cross the sea for the pyramids, okay? So this is near the Waspwing Glade, and this is also where one of a really, really strong repeatable quest is. This is how I pretty much went from 32 maybe to like 45, 44. I spent a lot of time here at this repeatable quest. And if you pop it 2 times, this is nuts. The main story quest will bring you to this place after Karnak, but you can come here before Karnak, and this repeatable quest right here, Azaro is right here, ready to be grabbed, okay? So it's a Feral Fiends quest. You're killing the soldiers and fiends, and then you kind of just run around and group them up. If you have them out. If not, they're everywhere, so you can fight them 1 by 1, 2 by a couple, maybe 1 or 2, right? You just run around, group them up. I messed up some abilities here. Kind of panicked, was getting a little bit clapped. Popping everything. I did get a level up during that, so it kind of saved me, but I still almost died. If you make some mistakes on a mage, you're going to struggle. But that's pretty much the gist of it. Now, someone on stream did ask me where the faction shop was, so I'm showing it here in the video. So this is the faction shop. It's located in the city across from the crafting and the storage warehouse. There is a warehouse, like a bank, where you can store items. So if you do not know that, now you do. All right, so now we have another waystone kind of hidden a little bit. It's going to show it on the map. It's going to be right here in the Elder Woods, where my little red marker is right there. You will get here eventually. There's an NPC right next to this waystone on the main story quest, but pretty far down. But this is another easier kind of repeatable quest. They're level 30s, the mobs, and the wizards are level 28. But they are kind of spread out, and it does take a lot of time for only 2,500. But the mobs are kind of like humanoid creatures, so you know the archers are a little bit annoying. But yeah. Anyways, you run up the hill and you will kill the defenders and mages up into. The mages are deep in the fortress. So let me see if I can pull up the map again. So the fortress is Umbriel Gorge. This is the fortress, so the mages will be back up in there. Okay, so we're moving on. We have one that I did forget to mention that I did discover. Is the Boulder Troll area. There is a repeatable quest here. I'm just killing some trolls because they aggroed me while I was trying to show off the repeatable quest. So we kill those trolls real quick. This is around level 36 for repeatable quests, and it'll have you. This is just Guy, and it's down here near the Outband Wilds. The fastest way to get to this would be that warp stone I showed off in the last little clip up there. So yep, this is down right here next, and this is Guy. You will also talk to Guy during main story quest as well, but he will give you a repeatable quest for Boulder Trolls, and that is it. So those are all the repeatable quests and side one-time quests that I found useful that you should utilize. Now, like I said, this game is still going to be a mob grinder game, but these will help you kind of take the ease off, because a lot of these quests are mobs you're already going to be grinding anyways for your sections, right? So please keep that in mind, that this is not a game where you can just slam main story quest and be done with it, okay? Other than that, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. There are more 40 plus quests that I did not include in this because at the time of making this video I was not 40, I was only 36. I will make some YouTube shorts on those, But other than that, if you have any other questions, you can always hop in my live or drop a comment on this video and ask me, and I will respond to every single comment. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and thank you.